Hi there. Do you worry about selecting a great property management company? I know it's a tough decision. Like a friend of mine once said, it's like literally asking somebody to take care of a duffel bag that's filled with a couple $100,000 in it. So I get it's a tough choice. And today I want to go over a 5-step checklist that I feel would really save you a lot of time and worry when it comes to selecting a property management company to manage either an existing rental property, or something maybe in the future. I'm Michael McVitie, president of Red Fortress Property Management. I've been a landlord for 25 years. I've been a property manager for 25 years. And I want to give you a 5-step checklist for you to choose a great property management company. So the first part, or the first point, would be talking about the company itself. Is the company focused on property management, or is it a general real estate company? So there's a big difference. A real estate company normally has a lot of agents that do sales, and they kind of funnel in property management leads. And then they have maybe one or two people that might be doing property management part-time. So as a whole, the company is not really focused on property management. They don't have the resources or the focus to do property management well. So the first step is the company itself focused on property management? The second step to help you save money and worry when it comes to choosing a great property management company is who is the agent you're going to be dealing with regards to your property, and do they actually do property management full time? And once again, like that example I gave to you, which is normal, is that very often somebody will do property management part time. They focus on sales because, let's be honest with you, if you sell a home, it's worth a lot more money than if you manage the property on a monthly basis. So most people do sales and they kind of do a little bit of property management. So the next step is, can you actually find a person, or is the person actually going to do property management full time? You know, it's interesting. I've had a chance to train property managers that have come to us from other companies. And when they sit with me and they experience our company for a couple of weeks, they're like, Michael, honestly, this is totally different experience, totally different focus and vibe with regards to property management. You guys are focused. Before, it wasn't like this at all. So it really is important, the agent working full time and the company itself being a property management company full time. Now, the third step, talking about the company again, is the company a member of a property management association? And do they have any designations? So let me give you an example. They could be a member of the Board of Realtors that does sales and some property management. Great organization is the National Association of Residential Property Managers, NARPM, fantastic organization. IREM, also a great organization for property managers. Is this actual company a member of that? And not only that, but do they actually have a designation? Like, for instance, we have a national designation. Not many people do in the state of Florida or even the United States. It's called a CRMC, Certified Residential Management Company. It was given to us by property managers going through our systems and making sure that what we do is like a flagship in the industry, that we do things really, really well. So we're not just a member of the associations of the company, we've reached its highest level. That's the type of company that you want to look at to manage your properties so that you know that you're in good hands. And by the way, as an aside, very often you'll see a lot of badges on a website that has to do with they're a member of this, they're a member of that. Some of them are just merely card-carrying members. They want to look good, so they become a member of an organization, but they never actually do anything with it. And also they have badges like, oh, the best manager in Fort Myers, or the best management company in Cape Coral, or wherever it is. And those are nothing more than marketing gimmicks or icons or badges that you can pay for to get purported knowledge. And it has nothing to do with knowledge whatsoever. It has to do with paying, using their logo, and it's, like I said, just for marketing. Okay, so that's the third. What does the company do in terms of membership, and do they have designations? Now, the fourth one of this checklist is even more important in many ways, is the particular agent. How are they trained? What's their knowledge? What's their experience level? Do they have designations, right? So much like the company, the question is the person that's going to be handling it, do they have designations themselves? What's their background? Are they in the property management field for 5 years? They're not really a member of any association, and they're basically doing on-the-job training. Like, in other words, oh, I've been doing this for 5 years. I don't really get any external information except for what I do on a daily basis, and I make mistakes and I learn from them, type of stuff. Well, that's kind of fine, except you kind of hope it's not your property this happens to, as opposed to being a member of an association, working on designations, going to seminars, that sort of thing. Very, very, very important. And then again, the designation aspect. You're not just becoming a member of an association. You're literally learning and trying to get better. You're talking among your peers. You're learning all kinds of invaluable knowledge from the industry and from your peers. So again, do they have individual designations? Like for instance, as a master property manager, it took 5 years for me to get that designation among my peers and volunteering and offering to give classes and that sort of thing. So again, are they doing on the job training, or are they actually actively pursuing legal knowledge, professional knowledge that will help you out as a client? Okay, so that's checklist number 4. And the fifth and final checklist, congratulations if you made it all the way through here, but the fifth checklist point is, what is the philosophy of the agreements that the property management company has? Sounds like a little bit of a tongue twister, but in other words, very often people ask me, Michael, what's your agreement like? What do you do and how you do it? What does it cost? And that's totally normal. I get it. But the question is, what is the philosophy behind it? So for instance, let's talk about a termination clause. Very often there are termination clauses by other real estate companies or management companies that deal with something like this. They say, if you want to terminate me, you can, but you can't do it if the property's rented. And only when the tenant moves out can you actually terminate our agreement. Well, that to me doesn't make very much sense for anybody involved. If you're unhappy, chances are the property management company's unhappy, and chances are even the renter's probably unhappy to some extent. That could have caused a problem in the initial stage. And so why would you have to wait to terminate your clause or your agreement with a management company? So that's what I mean by the philosophy. Is it easy to terminate the person if you're not happy? I mean, our philosophy is, if you're not happy with us, well, then fine, go somewhere else where you would be, because we want you to be happy. That's the type of philosophy that you want in your management agreements. Another thing as well is also with regards to the lease. So the lease is actually an important aspect for you, even though you're not signing a lease of the management company. What is the philosophy of the management company towards the renter? So I have lots of stories I could share you here, but what's really funny is that sometimes property managers come up to me and they're like, yeah, we got this great lease. It's like 50 pages long and it covers everything. Well, I don't know if you want to sign a 50-page lease or something like that, but I certainly wouldn't want to. And I don't know if a lot of people want to. So what is the philosophy that the property management company has towards its renters? Are they seen as just people like pay your rent and be quiet? Or do they actually care? Do they have packages that could benefit the renter? Do they have flexibility in a lot of different areas? Do they really actually look as a renter as a key resource that could, if they're happy, can make the owner also happy by staying there for many, many, many years? So again, the fifth point is, what is the philosophy of the property management company towards not just you as a possible client, but also as a renter? So it's really, really important. Like for instance, does the management company share fees like additional rent charges or late charges or pet fees or whatever type of fees that you might consider? We do that, but very often the other management companies that I know don't. They say, well, yep, you get your rent, and then we'll do the other things and get it ourselves. So it's that type of idea that you might want to research and explore. Again, my name is Michael McVitie. I'm president of Red Fortress Property Management. Hopefully this has been educational. And somewhere on the screen, there's a number or an email or something like that, a calendar. I don't know what they have. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me either by phone, by email, and I look forward to talk with you if you have a question. Thanks. Have a great day.